RespectMyRegion.com, back on another episode of the Respect My Region podcast with a special edition episode, folks. We had the New York Cannabis podcast earlier today, and so it only makes sense for us to bring the homies at Greencup Dispensary out of Rego Park Queens onto our show, onto the Respect My Region podcast. Today we're talking cannabis in Queens, New York. We're here with Shabazz. He's right there with the beanie in the front. We got Mosiah off screen. He'll pop in and chat in a moment. And we got Travis there in the middle in the back. That's the buyer for the dispensary and the inventory supervisor. He's handling and working on the curation and product and all that good stuff. So today it's going to be a great episode, man. We got four people, four cannabis minds. And Shabazz, we're going to start off with you, man. Green Cup Dispensary, welcome to the show. Where did that name come about, Shabazz? What were you doing? When did that name come into you? Why that? Hit me with the history.
Oh man, like I told you before, I don't know if you remember, but I'll tell you again. It came from me being in my house, just thinking about how I was going to get this money for the day, legacy market. You know what I'm saying? So I used to sit on the edge of my bed, sipping my coffee or my couch, whatever, and just plot that green. So plotting that green, sipping out that cup, you know what I mean? It only made it right.
It's funny. It's like simple, but it's the classic side of simple and clean. Because it's sometimes it just comes down to like I got a joint in my hand and I got a coffee in my hand. Boom, here we go. You know what I mean? I love it. I'm here for that. Okay, cool. So Travis, you're back there. You're the buyer and supervisor. When did you enter the picture? When did you join the team? What's a little bit of your history with Green Cup?
I started out in the fifth licensed store in New York State. From there, I started out inventory, became inventory manager at my third spot, and then I've just been pretty much going from there.
You're a cannabis retail expert. You've been doing it. You've been around. You got a lot of experience. You know these brands in New York, huh?
Yeah, you can definitely say that. Yeah,
I love that. And Mosiah, you're the director of marketing. We can't see you yet, so if you can slide on real quick, let the people know who you are. So you're a real individual. This is the man running a lot of the branding and the marketing and stuff with the store. Mosiah, I remember you telling me you had a like a music and culture and like fashion connection or something like that. You do some extra work, and collaborating with Shabazz on this project is two forces aligning, if I recall correctly. What's up with your history and how did you get connected here?
Yeah, okay, so I come heavy from the legacy market. We had, a big run with the runs and jokes up, all of those things when they was being introduced to the market. So the crossover between connecting culture and being able to create viral moments that people can attach themselves to, we want to come and translate that same conversation over to the legal market. Same thing we do on the black market side, where we're able to create a lot of traffic and attention around the brand and create a lot of subscriptions. We want to just translate some of that by combining the legacy culture with the legal side and kind of using that as a entering tool to breach the market.
There's a lot of... go ahead. I'll let you finish.
No, I was saying breach the market in a different way than traditional retail brands do it.
There's different parts of the culture, right? Cannabis includes a lot of people, but when we think about audiences and you think about like a connection to runs, I remember some of the story coming back to me now. You get to the point where you have this following, whether it's on Snapchat or Instagram or YouTube or wherever it is, and at some point you can get them to kind of convert to a different direction. We can get a little bit of that behavior change to see people transition from the legacy market, the black market, into this legal. Have we seen some of those customers in New York do that? Do you dispensaries and things like that yet there in Queens?
Yes. A lot of my old customers, honestly, like a lot of people just want a cleaner way of smoking, and they understand the market, and plus they follow me because I'm legacy. So I definitely see it. Yes.
Shabazz, what is your background? What were you doing? You don't just get to own a dispensary in New York, right? There's a lot of things that have to happen. Can you share a little bit about your history and how we got to where we are?
Well, I'm 30 years of legacy. I've been, on the streets of New York getting my, my hustle on. I've been, on the top of the game to the bottom of the game, from nickel bags to super pounds or whatever, what you want to call them. I've traveled from California all across the country with it. I I basically decided I wanted to change and create something, some type of legacy and generational wealth for my family. So I created Greencup, and I said this is where I wanted to end my legacy career at, and that's it right here.
Yeah.
And just continue to create something for my children.
It's crazy because there's different forms of this legacy experience. What do you see yourself? Well, let me rephrase. When you take a step back, how do you see yourself utilizing that experience at at the dispensary to this day? Like, do you see yourself utilizing that legacy knowledge that you've gained from
Oh
the
yeah,
hustling and the grinding? Do you find yourself using that regularly?
all the time, man. It's like it never left me. So I feel like I do it too much sometimes. Sometimes I'm
Yeah.
still stuck in the legacy point of it. But yeah, I definitely implement a lot of legacy moves and strategies into my legal store.
What is that word? I'll ask this to your teammates there. What does the word legacy mean to you guys? Because you guys have your own attachment, whether it's and Travis, I don't know if you have a legacy background, so you can of course expand and explain on that if you do. But what does that word mean to you guys, and how does it impact like what you guys do and curate and offer to these customers? Because I feel like New York cares a lot more about that legacy word than maybe some of these other states.
Well, I'll start. So for me personally, legacy is about, the definition is in the word, right? It's about people who have a certain amount of ownership or entitlement, so to speak, because of all of the ties and all the sacrifices that we made in this market before it got turned over to legal. So when you think about people from the legacy space, you think about people who's again made a lot of sacrifices before it was turned over to the white market side, and now these are people who feel like it should be up to us to have first dibs or curate that interaction with the customers, because we went through so much just to prove that this thing wasn't something that was harmful, or to fight against the stigmas. So the legacy people are going to be the legends of the industry who's been fighting these stigmas, and now that we have the opportunity to prove this is like a safe to consume product and something that people can enjoy without, all of the addiction talk and all the things that go around it. I think that's what the legacy means to me, right? People who have history in the game, and they feel like they have a certain amount of rights to have first dibs on this industry booming.
Travis, what about you? What is your experience like, if any, for legacy? Like for myself, my business partner sold me my first ounce in college. I smoked half and sold half. That's about as legacy I get. I'm a patient. I had my medical card here in Cali. I had my medical card in Seattle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People call me OGs. That just makes me feel old because I'm 34. So
Oh man.
I know it's just crazy because I have to correct people all the time, while also not making it seem like I'm brittle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Travis, walk me through it. What's your background like? I mean, you've been to working at 5 dispensaries or so, if I heard correctly. Like, what is legacy to you in all this?
So I don't really have a connection to the legacy market. I would just literally have like a dude that I'd go, he'd open up his book bag, yo, what do you got today? Give me a dime, go about my business,
That's legacy.
So, but to piggyback on what
Yeah, because you could have got arrested for buying that weed at that moment, right? So that's what
Take
makes
the rest.
it for everybody,
He's part
right?
of the legacy.
It's funny, I have a
Supportive.
story. I literally
Yeah.
got done copping an ounce from my guy. Cops pulled up to the car because I was in the back seat. They were like, yo, what do you got? You got weapons or anything like that? They literally searched us, seen the weed, and they were like, do you have anything else? I'm like, nah, that's it. But the dude started busting my balls after. He's like, yo, you could have told me about the weed. I'm like, bro, why the fuck would I tell you about weed?
I mean, it's real though.
Yeah.
Not to laugh at that. It's like that fear is fucking real.
So he was that close from being
Exactly.
like
Could have
me.
got popped.
Yeah.
But to piggyback on what Mosiah and what Shabazz was saying is pretty much legacy is the forefathers of this. If it wasn't for them going through everything that they had to build up the demand for the product, we wouldn't be here. So it's only right that when those first few licenses went out, they went to the people that was incarcerated.
Yeah.
That's part of the social equity portion of this legal industry. And were there more people that could have gotten their license? Absolutely. They had an injunction and all that shit. But really, it's just about paying homage to those people, making sure that they're able to now make their legal money on this side of the market and just do things the right way.
Shabazz, at your guys' store, I was looking at Google, I was looking at the website and stuff, and I see this green. And obviously the name Greencup, right, and all this. But I notice a certain kind of green consistently. And I noticed this, it's like, I won't say it's flashy, but it's vibrant, right? It's bright, right? It's kind of in your face, but at the same time, it's weed, so it's green, right? So it's like kind of normal in that way. Talk me through the store, the brand experience, the legacy aspects, if any, that are in there. What is it like being there at Greencup to somebody that hasn't been able to travel out there and pop in here?
I mean, I personally believe Greencup brings a lot of culture, a lot of old school. Well, I like to bring a lot of people that has, because once I interview, let me bring it back a little bit. Once I interview, I kind of feel like I give you that legacy interview in a way, because I don't want that cookie cutter, perfect person in here. I want that person with some mistakes and some type of edge. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Some edge to them. Like, so when they, talk to a customer, they can, persuade them to do things maybe they wouldn't have done before. And I'm not saying in a bad way, but, of course, the bottom line is getting some more money in the store. So, yeah, I want that. So I'm going to keep it real. I thought about smells. I thought about colors. I thought about feels. I thought about people. I thought about who would fit Greencup. And I feel like in the last 5 months, it's kind of shaping itself out in a great way.
Now, you guys, you're approaching your 6-month anniversary. If 6 months can be celebrated as an anniversary, that's coming up. And then we got a year, obviously, coming up in the middle of 2026, next summer, as we get into that. So exciting.
I feel like that I got the perfect team now. I have the perfect culture. I feel like the store's fitting. We did everything we needed to do to make it what it is right now. So, yeah, that's what it is for me, man. That's how everything worked out.
I'm going to slide over to Travis next because I'm interested in learning a little bit about the curation and the brands and the products that are in the store. I'm a smoker. I'm rocking a Claiborne, New York hat. These guys just launched recently out there. I'm fans of them from Cali. But I want to talk New York brands. Who are some brands that you guys rock with? Travis, if you could name a couple, we'll get to you, Mosiah. Who are some of your favorite brands? And then we'll finish that part up with Shabazz and some of his brands that he likes and maybe some of the people he knows. But Travis, who are some of your guys', who are some of your favorite New York brands personally? In no particular order.
Damn.
He could go on and on with this one. So
we'll ask for two. We're asking for two each. Two from each person. I know that's tough.
Right, person, yeah.
So my personal preferences, I would go with,
We'll get to the data-driven questions here in a little bit.
I really am liking High Ambitions right now. They're a micro that we are going to be bringing to our store. Like, the bag appeal is insane. Like, it'll sell simply off-site and smell alone. Smoke's fucking crazy. It's like the closest thing that I've had the OG sour in the state since the legal market open. Like, the shit is good. Like,
it's fire.
Fire. So High Ambitions.
High Ambitions. Okay.
Yeah, High Ambitions. Milkweed. Fucking fantastic. They're not in many stores downstate. If you can find it, buy that shit. Some of the best weed in New York State on the legal market.
That's two. You can hit a third because you're already halfway through thinking about it. Hit a third, and then I'll switch to Mosiah next because I know he's got two lined up in his head. He's ready.
Yo, shout out to House of Sashi. Y'all always grow some fire shit. That's always got some fire shit.
They got two. They got another shout out today too. Shout out to House of Sachi for getting a double shout out on our New York shows today. Hell yeah.
They're doing it right now. They're great.
Mosiah, what you got? Who are two of your preferred brands? It could be any category, but either what are you smoking, what are you vaping, drinking, eating? What do we got?
So I'm a flower guy. I'm that's probably 90% of what I consume. And if I had to just think off the top of the head, I would go with Back Home. Back Home has some really good flower. A lot of the customers, they like that. It's really a good seller. And Eterna. I like Eterna. So I like the small batch premium stuff,
What strains do you think of when you think of those two brands? Random question, like I said, I got a freestyle sometimes.
Back Home, I would have to go with the Jack Herrera.
Okay.
I like the Jack Herrera for Back Home, and then Eterna, I have they have a lemon haze.
Okay.
Strain.
A classic strain, and then that lemon haze, man. That's another classic as well. I love both of those. Those are some sweet, fruity, sour ones as well. Shabazz, what do you got when you think about the two of your favorite preferred? What do you find?
You're killing me, man. You're killing me with this, bro. You know that, right?
Come on, man.
That just popped in my head, so it's like
you are the big boss dog here. So go ahead and hit me with your five, man. It is basketball season too. Hit me with your
I'm gonna give you a few
five.
that's in my head. I like rhythm. They know I like the rhythm. That's the mindset, you know. And I'm a heirloom head, so like I drink heirlooms every day, and then I just kind of switched over in a way because this guy right here,
so
to
rhythm and
layups
heirloom.
is just crazy. I'm like addicted to the layups.
Which one?
Drinks.
Yes, they're so fire.
Which one?
The layups.
That's why I was confusing it.
It's a layup drink, so it's like a THC infused drink, all natural flavors.
It's called layup by J.R.
juices.
Who makes that?
Serona Labs.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what. Okay,
really
yeah.
good. Really
Layups.
Good.
What a cool name
Yeah,
so is it a soda? It's a drink. What is it?
Yes, a drink.
It's a drink. It's like they have what's that?
They have a bunch of lemonades. They have teas.
Everything.
Fantastic.
Let's go. Okay, so we're drinking layups now. Okay, that's
I
three.
think
Who else we got?
Owned by JR, or he's an ambassador? Or?
Yeah, he's their
that's one of the J.R. Smith projects?
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Sick. That's dope. Well, now I definitely got to
write it down because you're going to need that.
of course. Yeah. I can't wait to try that for sure. Okay, two more. You said you had five. What else you got?
No, I'm saying, like he said, back home, like, what's that, MFNY, they pretty good. They decent.
Yeah, that's a solid five right there. I love that MFNY gummies. I was just saying that earlier. Like a fantastic product. And then I love how their brand displays the genetics of the product for their strain. I think that's phenomenal. I'm a smoker as well, so I love hearing the strains. This will go to you, Travis. Do you notice that people are buying a lot of the sour diesels and sours and hazes? Is that really a New York trend? Because you guys are in like classic New York City, so is that a stereotype that applies in one way?
No, people are chasing that old school sour flavor, that smell. You know, back in the day when everybody was on the block, it's like, oh, I got sour. Like, we're looking for that, but finding that true old school like flavor and smell and hit, it's hard because there's a lot of people that try to replicate it.
What is it? Yeah, because I wonder. I grew up in Washington, and so my weed there, I have had 4 types of sour diesel, at least. And then I've had sour diesel in New York.
There is nothing like
Cali,
New York sour diesel.
Oregon. I've had it from all these different states, and so I have to, as somebody who's had so many varieties of it, what am I looking for from 3 New Yorkers? What should I be looking for in the
cat piss smell, that funk, that
you need that gas.
You know,
that diesel-y, like
it gotta be like cat piss on it.
Like, yeah, that chem has to really shine through.
You know when you got that
it's gonna smell like a gas station. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
you need that diesel-y smell.
You can't hide that smell from nothing. It's just really
honestly, you can't. It's
you can have like this much and light up a whole room. I mean, a whole store. How about that?
Without it being lit.
I love it. Okay, so that's the sour D. Now, is there, when you guys think about, what is it, like a purple sour D or a New York sour D or the original sour D? Like, those are the 3 main ones that I think of, right? Those 3.
Purple haze and sour diesel. That's New York weeds, man. That was our thing.
Okay.
Well, first, regular hydro, then it was purple haze and sour diesel.
When for you, Shabazz, as somebody who was a legacy guy and moving packs and things like that, when did Piff get into the conversation for you guys? Did that ever enter?
Yeah. So I want to say we started talking about Piff around 97. Around like 97, I believe we started talking about Piff.
And is that in your guys' market, adult use stuff now? Have we seen that enter your guys? The genetics kind of permeate through into the.
They're trying. I see people try. They're trying stuff. It's nothing's coming like the old sour and that old.
Not yet.
It's nothing like it.
Interesting. God, this is so cool to learn because it's like this balance between like the historical genetic preferences that you guys have and the flavor palettes that you guys.
I'm talking about weed that you smoke inside all day, like a dime bag, bro. Like this shit now is cool, but those genetics were really serious, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's wild to think about. been smoking. I feel like I've been smoking great weed since 2012. You know what I mean? And people still to this day always talk about how the weed that is older is better. Shabazz, do you think that's true? Do you think the weed that's from back then in those days is better than everything today?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, listen, let me tell you a story real quick. Hell yeah. Let me tell you a story real quick. So listen, my brother, right, back in the days, they used to get this stuff from Canada. It's called Afghanistan poison, right?
Yeah.
It's coming in a nice wrap called Afghanistan poison. They named it Blueberry. You might have heard Styles P rap about it because they were right across the street from us. They used to be in a juice bar called the Fruits of Life. So he said, I don't smoke the earth unless it's purple or blue, right? So at the end of the day, that was our stuff. They used to buy it from us and smoke it. And then they used to go around and talk about it and rap about it. I swear that my brother invented Blueberry Hydro.
That's crazy.
That was the best weed I've ever smoked in my life. And that might have been 20 years ago.
What was the strain again?
Blueberry Hydro. Well, that was what he named it. But
yeah. But you said it was some kind of Afghanistan poison?
Afghanistan poison.
Oh
I still remember it.
I'll be real with you. That shit.
I've never seen nothing like it again.
That shit sounds fucking crazy.
It was crazy, bro. I promise you. It was crazy. It came from a dude called Peter Ross. He's really famous in Harlem for selling weed.
Wow.
Yeah, he's almost as close as big as Branson. So yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, so I don't know much about the area that you guys are in. Obviously, Queens can be just generalized as it's Queens, but I know that there's different neighborhoods and different groups, and that's really important thing of New York's diversity and the different communities. So, what is your guys' community and area like? What about that makes it different within Queens as a whole?
Well, it's very diverse.
Yeah.
Literally everybody walks through our door, and that's what we're looking to cater to everybody.
Everyone.
So, whether it be, 80-something-year-old elderly person coming in for some tinctures for their pain, another person in to get a pen, whatever, anyone obviously 21 or over. But, we're catering to everybody, all age groups, all ethnic groups. Everybody's welcome to Greencup.
Yes.
For you guys, one of the things that is important, because New York is starting to get a lot more dispensaries opened up. How do you guys stand out in those markets? Is it customer service? Is it the brands? Is it carrying things that other people don't have? What are you guys prioritizing in those areas?
Top 5 customer service in the city, man. It's not gonna get better than here, and it's organic. It's nothing. We're not faking it here. When you walk through the door, you're gonna feel energy.
I love that. That's a clean answer too. That means you just feel like that's the whole culture in a nutshell for you guys.
Yeah.
For you guys, first time shoppers, deals, promotions. Do you guys run anything like that? I don't know the laws and legals, the stuff for New York. Do you guys able to run promotions and shopper stuff?
Well, when we're able to talk about that, we'll talk about that.
That's fair. In terms of the holidays coming up, we're obviously a week out from like Green Wednesday, Black Friday, and things. What do you guys have planned? Anything dope?
Yeah, we got a couple of events. I'll let Mosiah speak on that.
Yeah, so Green Wednesday, we have like a customer appreciation day. We bringing out a couple of hosts from the industry. We're gonna have Keiki, Icy Donia, Wimberly partnering with DJ El Cafetero, and just having like a community give back day. Obviously, Green Wednesday is one of the biggest cannabis days. There was some new laws that was being pushed that is gonna allow us to loosen up the restrictions on how we are actually promoting things. Okay. So we plan on taking full advantage of that and giving some back to the customer, because it's been so hard to give them any deals or anything for the last couple years since they July. So very happy to hear that news, and we plan on letting our customers take full advantage of that.
Hell yeah, and congratulations on being able to have that become less restrictive. I know, as somebody in marketing, I know that's got to be a lot of
ammunition. It's a lot of ammunition. So
absolutely,
we got some good things lined up. Y'all can definitely follow our Instagram to keep up with that.
Travis, for you back there, in terms of becoming a vendor partner or what you look for in your partners, can you give a little bit of detail on what you guys are looking for, if anything, and what you expect, or like kind of what the process is for people to do the sample drops or get in touch with you or things like that? With respect to your time too. Like I want people to honor and respect doing it your way because that's important.
Honestly, I love people. When people, I don't mind when people drop by. If we have time, I'll sit down and talk. But really, what I get from talking to them is to see their confidence in their product. If I talk to you and you're just trying to sell me something, I'm gonna be able to tell it. And I'll try it, but I may not like it. But what's really gonna stick with me is if you have confidence in that product, you know that this is good, high quality. It's not gonna be out there to hurt anybody. Whether it be gummies, drinks, flour, pre-rolls, infused pre-rolls, concentrate, whatever the fuck. It has to be high quality, and I have to see in you that you believe in your product. If you don't believe in it, how are we going to sell it? You know what I'm saying? Like, so we just try to look for people that keep their standards incredibly high as far as the product that they're putting out, whether it be packaging, whether it be the product itself, the marketing around it. Really cool ideas for different products on the market. So, like, obviously when the 2 gram dual chamber vape hit on the New York market, that was it was different. It was kind of crazy, and people really enjoyed that. So things that are a little bit out there that are different, I also like as well. So like one of my favorite products right now that we're going to talk about getting out on shelves is Canatella. Fucking amazing.
What do they make? What do they make? I'm not familiar.
Diffused Nutella spread. Pretty cool.
Oh shit! No way. So it is
fucking amazing. So little things like that are really cool that people don't really know is out there. Stuff like that we could push.
Shabazz, you guys are just about 6 months in. Congratulations on getting launched and everything. I knew you before that, and then the grind over the last few years, and so it was dope. As I was telling Mosiah, it was dope to like see you walk by at Hall of Flowers, New York, and then it ends up being you that I'm looking for. So, in the rare full circle moments, it's cool to be able to have this experience with you guys, and also with you two gentlemen to meet you as the rest of the team. And I hope the next 6 months is twice as successful as it's been at least. As you guys continue to grow and get more creative, especially you, Mosiah, with more marketing ammunition, as you put it. I think that's going to be super exciting to kind of unleash the beast there and be collaborating with the buyer and brands, someone who has a lot of experience. Shabazz, the next question I have is going to start with you. What does that next 6 months look like? What do you focus on? Where is your vision at in that way?
Like Travis said, bringing some good brands into the store. Trying to fit the community, see what the community wants more, because we're still 5-6 months in, we're not fully dug in with the community like we would like to be. So just finding out where we fit in the community, just more heavy on the marketing, just creating like I said, keep the culture going and just doing some great events. Just creating more sales, more positive influences to the community as well.
I love that, and I very much look forward to following you guys on that. I'm going to make sure to follow you guys on the social. I think I hit the Greencup Dispensary one the other day, but I'll make sure I'll double check here in a little bit. For those of you guys watching, Mosiah, what would be the good place for them to tap in? Website or Instagram, or what do you guys prefer people to tap in?
So our Instagram is Greencup NYC. It's pretty simple. Our website is greencup.nyc. The best place to follow us will be Instagram to keep up with like our events and recaps and different things, promotional things. And then we also have a CRM. So if you sign up to our loyalty program through our website, then you'll get our email campaigns and things like that to also keep up with different product specials or events that we got going on.
I love that. Shabazz, do you have any plans to? I don't remember if we talked about this at your Hall of Flower interview. Do you have any plans to launch any brands or products or white label anything? Can we expect some Greencup white label things in the future potentially?
You'll see.
I had to dig. I had to pry a little bit.
If anybody watching has a tier 3, then they could send us a DM.
Let's go. Tap in. Okay, dope. Well, fellas, I appreciate you guys tapping in. My last question for you guys. This will be one for each of you. So I appreciate your guys' time and effort on the show here today and sharing all these different perspectives and the history about all of you guys. My last question is, what is your guys' message right now to the people and or just to the world? I think it's important that we think about Obviously the business goal, but all of us are individuals as well. So let's speak to the audience of the Green Cup, and then also too, like, what's just your overall message for people out there?
Dreams do come true, man. Just stay positive. The grind is real. Just stay at it, and you're gonna come up, man. Just believe. There's no expiration date on this. Like I said in other interviews, you have to know that, and believe that your dreams are gonna come true, and they will. Just stay at it, man.
I love that. Well, yeah, Mosiah or Travis, which one of you got one next?
Stay green, stay clean, and don't forget to fuel your passion. However you do that, then make sure you do it every day. And it's not about the destination; it's about the journey. So just enjoy the moment.
I love that. Travis, all right, no pressure, but this is the build up now, all the way to you, man.
Well, it's a crazy time right now, so just remain kind to each other, love each other, and support your local dispensary.
Let's go. I love that. Everybody, I really appreciate you guys watching, man. Today we had Greencup Dispensary out of Queens, New York, man. Really appreciate the opportunity to have these guys on. Big shout outs to our partners at Deep Roots. Visit deeproots.io to learn more. These guys are our partners when it comes to marketing agencies that focus on SEO, SEM, Google Ads, and Google AdWords, and all those kinds of things, man. We love and appreciate them. Their CEO has really taught me a lot in marketing, and for that I appreciate them because I've been able to share a lot of that information with people over the years. So big shout out to them, Deep Roots partners, deeproots.io. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate y'all. Green Cup, right. Let's go. Next 6 months, we'll tap in again soon. I love you guys.
Shout out to you, Joey, man. Thanks a lot, man.